Let's see. Alright, Fighting Fantasy Legends. There we go. Full screen windowed. There you go. Okay, we're gonna play as the dwarf, the elf, or the barbarian. Let's take that out. That out. If you're asking what the hell I'm doing, I'm putting my cord back over here. Yeah, we're gonna be playing this, moving on through. Thord Elf Othram. You are unaffected by curses. Gain extra experience points whenever 8 experience points is gained. Okay. Then a dice system. After a long walk through the Outlands, you arrive at a junction which leads to the town of Silverton. You move around by clicking movement arrows, or buttons. Choose the glowing Silverton button. You've reached Candyland. Licorice and all sorts of edibles are around your feet. What do you do? As you enter Silverton, something strikes you as not being quite right. People look around nervous and on edge. You notice that all the windows of the buildings have great iron grills bolted under them, and the doors have been strengthened too. You spot a tavern called the Old Toad. Perhaps the patrons of the tavern could shed some light on the strange feeling on the town. Choose an action from the 2 options. Enter the tavern. You enter the Old Toad, but you're somewhat surprised when no one wants to talk to you. You ask the innkeeper for a room, but he ignores you and sniffles to a great oak door of the tavern and pushes 6 large iron bolts into place. Suddenly there's a loud knocking on the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! This is Owen Karoff." The innkeeper slides open the bolts, and a fat, balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern. He calls out to you urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you, please. It is important. My name is Owen Orloff. I am the mayor of Silverton, and we are in great danger. We are living under a terrible curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 travelers of evil rode into town on the black stallions with fury and red eyes. They asked me by name, and I came to greet them. They wanted me to undress, revealing my erect gland. But instead, my beloved daughter, Morel, to stay with their master, Zambar Bone. Goddamn improv. Also known as the Night Prince. I refused, of course. The Night Prince was so angry he sent 6 moon dogs, each as strong as 4 men, and each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalk the town, entering the homes and killing people inside. Each night, the Moondogs return when unable to sleep through their fear. There are one hope and rest with you, stranger. There's a man called Nicodemus, who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in the port Blacksand to the west. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, and it is home to every pirate, vagrant, assassin, thief for hundreds of miles around. Nicodemus is a wise old wizard who is a friend of mine many years ago. He alone is capable of defeating Zenbar Bone. Oh god, my sexual improv there backfired on me. None here dare enter the port Blacksand, so I beg you, bring him to us. You'll be well rewarded and you'll help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces in your inventory and make this take this sword to use and keep. A basic bitch sword. 1 star. Roll a level 1 weapon die in combat. Nicodemus the wizard. Reveal active quests in your quest log. Wait until the coast is clear and step outside the tavern. You continue towards the town gates and leave Silverton, determined to reach the port Blacksand and find this man Nicodemus. Head northwest to the port Blacksand. Okay. Kinda like a game of D&D. As you approach the main gate, you are confronted by 2 guards. One of them says, "Who went to the port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back to the way you came." You may tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus, tell him you have stolen booty to sell, or attack him. Hey man, fuck it. You tell the guards that you're here to sell silver chalices you stole from a tavern in Silverton, and that you may pay him 1 gold piece for his advance as whether go to the best price. The guard looks at you suspiciously, saying, "Let me look at those chalices before I admit you." You may tell him the chalices are cursed, should only examined by a mage. Try to run past him into the street, or attack quickly. The guard frowns and says, "Likely story, but I suppose you're same as everyone else in the city. You may enter at your own peril, or buy my advice for 3 gold pieces." Takes a sweeping gesture with his arms. You may walk past him to the city. What's the first happiest day of your life? I'm gonna roll a critical chance to see if if it's me. I got a 20. Now my freaking arms are very tired.
Oh,
That really... Oof. Like, literally, my arms just feel very tired. The streets of Port Blacksand are narrow and cobbled, old and decrepit. Buildings line the streets. You gain experience points whenever you complete quests, defeat monsters, or when you pass a skill or treat or luck tests. Because you're a quick learner skill, you will gain slightly more experience whenever experience is gained. Your experience bar is shown on the left, between your skill and luck dice. So right there. Chance to upgrade whenever your skill and luck dice. E Street. As you walk along the street, a boy runs towards you and hands you a note, a piece of paper, and then runs away. It reads 6... What? It reads 6 arrows are pointed at you. Leave 5 gold pieces in the middle of the street and keep walking. As you move forward, you hear a whistling sound from either sides of the street. When you draw a trap card, you must follow the instructions on the card. The trap knowledge skill will reduce damage caused by traps. If the card includes a lucker's test, a score shown on the dice of the card. Blah, 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 blah. You hear Wes. Roll 4 of your lucky dice and lose 1 stamina for each blank. Cold-blooded! Then I see an old man in a chair beckons you to sit on the bed. Almost an audible voice, the man says that he'll heal all your wounds for at least 3. Pay him. You transfix as he holds his hands over the wounds and disappears before your eyes. Take the man for and leave, return to the streets. What kind of Chinese food did you get? When you find floating question marks, you will draw a top card on the deck of cards which you must encounter. Each location has its own deck of cards made up of monsters, treasures, traps, and other events. The deck is shuffled at the start of the game, and you will always draw the top card from the deck. If you draw a monster card, you will enter combat to the death. Some monsters will be unlocked in your creature codex when killed. If you are confronted by some men, they demand you pay tax of 2 gold pieces or they will attack you. Fuck them. Exactly. Get him, boy. That's right, eat my balls, you bastards. While most of the houses in the street are small, cramped, and dark, the house on the right is painted bright red. Keep walking, I ain't trusting that. When you draw an event card, you must follow the instructions on the card. The card includes a luck or skill test. Target score will be shown on the dice icon at the bottom left of the card. One of the locals of the portgun tries to grab your attention. You see a beggar on the street. He is sitting on the floor, holds his hands, an empty tin in his hand. You see a beggar on the street. He is sitting on the floor. Thanks you for your generosity. One of the locals tries to grab your attention. An old man hobbles towards you and says he'll give you some advice for 2 gold pieces. He hobbles away. Rolling city guards, you suspiciously attack them, ignore them. No. Don't need to. Key Street ends in a four-way junction. Continuing east changes the name to Clock Street. The street running north and south is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people cheering wildly, waving their arms in the air. You decide to head that way. Oh, it looks like I don't have a choice there. You catch up with the chanting crowd, and the street opens up to a large market area. Welcome back, sweetie. What kind of food did you get? There are various stalls with vendors, hawkers, and musicians and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the market is an elevated pallery. You hear a trumpet sound, and suddenly the crowd starts to pelt the man in the pallery, the rotten fruit. You approach a small circle of people standing with a bare-chested man. He is enormous, and his muscles look as hard as iron. He is asking the crowd for volunteers to play catch with a cannonball. He says whoever drops the cannonball must pay however many gold pieces they want to risk. Take them on. No. You see a brightly colored tent, and attached to the sign reads Madame Star, clairvoyant Madame Star in the tent. No. The chicken chop suey plate comes with an egg roll and shrimp fried rice. It's a pretty good combination. Remember to stood on the floor. There's a chair in the corner. Sit in the chair. Right. God damn, that's overkill. Upgrade skill. Steamed rice is pretty good. Ahead of you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. The strong wind takes to an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding the tortured souls that crying for help. Almost hidden from the view to the left, you spot a small flight of steps leading down to a wooden hut. Knock. Buttered. You hear a muff and its door to open. Before you sense a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long robes, who looks at you sternly and says, "Explain yourself." Explain yourself to Necrodemus. You've completed the quest. Amadeus, a wizard. You explain to Necrodemus that you're on a quest to end Zunbar Bone's reign of terror in the town of Silverton. He says he's too old to help, but he'll tell you how to complete the quest yourself. He explains the items you'll need and where to go. City of Thieves. Need something special to protect yourself from the Bone's entrancing stare. This you'll need to have a white unicorn and a yellow sun tattooed on your forehead. Next is natural weapons will not harm him, so you must pierce his heart with a silver arrow or throwing knife. This will paralyze him but not kill him. When he is paralyzed, you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, nag's hair, and lotus flower into his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. Man's fucking crazy. Okay. One of the locals, a Portland accent, tries to grab your attention.